You're most welcome. Yes. Uganda Heart Institute, you're most welcome. My people Kutambika Regional National Referral Hospital. Karibuni. Yes. Amuru branch, you're most welcome. Uganda Cancer Institute, you're most welcome. Palisa, you're most welcome. Uganda. Ladies and gentlemen.
Band, slow down. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Nurses. Nurses, please stand up. Okay. Please move to the front seats. Move to the front seats, please. Thank you. Everyone, everyone, everyone. Chief guest, you're most welcome. We have been waiting for you patiently. You're most welcome. Wow. DJ, prepare for us that Emali as soon as she's done shaking hands for everyone here. Toto Yalama Dolun. Yalama Noy. Around. Yes. Soroti, are you around? Katakwi, are you around? Kumi, Galaki, Kaberemaido, Mora, Serere, Bukedia, Okimbale, Jinja, Mulago, Naguru, Hong Kong. Wow. Madam Vice President, you're most welcome.
Going to present a welcome song, welcoming all the guests to Kumi. So let's go.
Lolo kiyelama 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 so lolo kiyelama so aruga wanyunie lolo kiyelama kiyelama so lolo kiyelama so aruga wanyunie lolo kiyelama so lolo kiyelama so aluka wanyunie 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 so aluka wanyunie
I want to take this chance to invite the cow, Kumi, to come and perform the other function. Thank you.
This opportunity to invite the district chairperson Kumi to come and make his remarks and welcome you to Kumi. My chairman, you're welcome. I am Roslyn Luhoni, I'm the cow Kumi.
Our chief guest, all the delegates in the celebration of International Nurses and Midwives Day that was celebrated here in Kumi, ladies and gentlemen, you are the capacities. I want to dearly welcome you to Kumi. Nelson Elmatlakol is my name, the district political head. Our chief guest, I have 1 or 2, 3 things to put across. Number one, Kumi district has become a very serious partner with the Minister of Health. As we are here today to celebrate International Nurses and Midwives Day, it is, I think, specifically on the day that nurses and midwives, we have no message that can exceed saying that it is only when you fall sick and get to any health facility, that's when you realize the importance of a nurse or a midwife. Just pat the shoulder of your neighbor and say, yes, let's keep the spirit. Pat the shoulder of your neighbor and say, yes, let's continue with the spirit. And continue with the spirit as a a calling that you have always exhibited. Our chief guest, the message that the seed that was here was brought. Last night at around 1, my wife fell sick. I went to health center 4 here. I got one nurse that was able to come to my rescue. When I interrogated her, because there were also other patients calling that they should be helped, he says, please, that they first for the person with the serious illness, that's the one we take, immediate attention to, but I'm coming to help you. So it replicates the message that the seat here brought up. The health center in the center of the district only has 3 nurses to keep changing night, day, like that. And also 1 doctor to, be in the shoes of every patient that goes with the complication. I want to implore, the same way the state did reiterate that the business, the language of always talking about budget cuts, budget shortfalls, should actually change so that we look at the health sector as an area where lives are touched. It's very important that we consider and have priorities. Kumi district here as a Tutu hospital that a hospital as a state with a few nurses with no medical as pretendant for over 7 years. Yesterday or a few weeks ago when the State House and health monitoring team came, they found quite a number of things in the disarray because one, we have a lot of gaps. This is the reason that the seat brought up. There are a lot of nurses, there are a lot of midwives, but they are all exploited by private sector. Why should private sector become more powerful than government? It's very unfortunate. I don't have much. But again, look at Uganda and say that, yes, I think the choice of the place for our celebration was good. Look at Uganda and tell them, God bless you. Thank you so much.
Jamukama Enoch, Cecilia Constance Adongo, Cherimo Flora, Arega Julius, Ndianawe Evans, Gatama Robert, Otai Julius, Brayo Moses, Chobeja Winnie, Ledra Richard, Ajok, Ojok Zainab, Abio Rose Nyuma, Chomjisha Silvia, Regina Nakachwa, Nakaiya Lilian Nsuga, Bernadette Nabuma, Wamara Haruna, Jane Francis Namudu, Achiro Josephine Oyera, Okero Filomena, Cheluso Beatrice Manga.
they requested, since I'm just in Ngora, I'm in the neighboring district. And I also know that apparently Uganda is doing so well because the person technically managing the health sector, fighting corruption in the health sector, is none other than a lady, and in the name of Atwine. Clap for her, Diana. And therefore, my coming here is because one, I'm a mother of 5 children, lucky, or I have 4 boys. I don't know whether I'm lucky or I'm not lucky. I have 4 boys and 1 girl. And all that process of getting those 5 children out was in the hands of a nurse and a doctor. Therefore, today as we celebrate Nurses Day, Uganda, I am more than honored to associate with the great men and women of Uganda in celebrating the achievement that you do behind the doors. We celebrate our children's birthdays, we forget the people who helped us to get them out. We celebrate our health, but we forgot probably the people who treat us, who spend sleepless nights because they must deliver health, and that is you. So today, it is a message of solidarity from me. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Jackie Namongin. I am born of here, although in the neighboring district. I represent Uganda in the regional parliament, the East African parliament. So as I speak today in Iteso, the whole of East Africa is here. Wow. The president is one of those who advocates to ensure that corruption is wiped in the health sector so that everyone has a right to health services. I think he deserves a clap. And when I was growing up, my daughter admires so much to be a nurse, and she's like, I'll be a doctor or a nurse. Whenever I ask her, what do you want to be? When I was growing up, I always admired to be a nurse. But when sciences became very tough, I said, I think I've changed my priorities, and that's why now I became a lawyer instead of a nurse. But lawyers, remember, cannot survive without nurses or doctors. You know that. There is no any other profession that can survive without a medical personnel. Is it there? No. So today, as we celebrate Nurses Day in Uganda, we celebrate those tireless efforts that you put in day and night to make sure that Ugandans are healthy, Ugandans are safe, and Ugandans are attended to. Please applaud yourselves highly. I want to, in a special way, because I know Dr. Diana is one of those people who is extremely busy. And I have ever served in the Parliament of Uganda. I used to sit in the Committee of Social Services by then, in the 9th Parliament. And in the 10th Parliament, I was in the Committee of Health. One of the busiest sectors in Uganda is health. Because today you hear there is this, there is the other, there is misuse of drugs, there is talk out here. So as a technical person in the helm, you are extremely engaged. But let's applaud this lady because she's able and she's doing it. So to me as a person, I know that Dr. Diana will not do well. Yoweri Museveni cannot do well alone. It is a concerted effort, together working to improve the health sector, and improvement of the health sector in Uganda cannot be mentioned without the mention of nurses or doctors in Uganda. So with those few remarks, because I basically requested the time, as you know, I was given a moment to greet, and I'm not a member of parliament of this area, I am a member of parliament of Uganda, but just to associate with you and give you hope, I would like to congratulate all those whose names have been read as one of the outstanding performers in the nurses profession. Clap for those people. Because today it is her, but tomorrow it is you. So the world is for consistency, professionalism, and looking forward, keeping your eye on the what? On the ball.
The commissioners around, the international guests, ladies and gentlemen, nurses and midwives, oh yeah. Your Excellency, time is not on our side. These nurses have been very patient to see you. And they are really hungry because they have to stay because they love their government. They are patriotic. They are patriotic in the sense that if whenever we have such a function, they have to be patient. Allow me, I will summarize my speech. Some other things you have been with us last year, other things we have not completed, and you have it in your desk, and other things, maybe one or two, can be addressed today. Yes, thank you for coming. We have, in this tent, we have international guests. We have guests from all over the world. Number one, we begin with the Hong Kong. Hong Kong Nurses Association is represented here. They are with us throughout the week. We have Uganda Nurses Association, West Africa. We have South Sudan Nurses Association. They are here. We have Botswana Nurses Association. We have Gambia Nurses Association. We had Rwanda Nurses Association. They were not feeling well. We have Kenya Nurses Association with us here. And lastly, we have Madagascar Nurses Association. So in brief, there are 8 countries who managed to come to attend this function, meaning that nurses and midwives of this country is growing. We are growing because your government is doing all the best for us. We thank you. This committee, if you are here, stand up for recognition. Yes, thank you. Those are the people I work with. Allow me also to recognize the district leadership at script after RDC. We have here a district leadership headed by Cow. Can you stand up for your recognition? Madam RDC Cow, stand up Cow. Cow has performed the best of her knowledge. Cow has been the chairperson organizing committee of this function. And she has done the best. We have eaten the nice food we have never eaten before. And your team, can the organizing team stand up for the recognition in support to Cow? THO and the nurses who were organizing together, RDC, you were also there. Yes, ADHO, anybody organizing committee, yes, they are here. Excellency, I want also to appreciate people who contributed to us. National Security Fund contributed some little money towards this function. Kumi District Local Government contributed some money and logistical part of it. Speaker of Parliament contributed some funds to support here. Bank of Uganda gave us some support. Walimu gave us some support. And ICEA, that is insurance company, gave us some support. And Ministry of Health, particularly Nurses Council and Education, they also supported us. Guests of honor, you are aware that every year we celebrate Nurses Day celebrations. This year was unique because we chose 23rd instead of 20 or instead of 12, thinking that we could accommodate what we could do. Because when we wrote to His Excellency to be the guest of honor on 12th, he says that he was committed, and we pushed this date to 12th. So that's why you are here, and on 23rd, sorry. That's why you are here, and we are very happy for you to come here for the second time. It seems you love nurses and midwives more than anybody. As you told us that you are a nurse by a nurse, we are here for you. Your Excellency, the theme of this year was nursing power to change the world. That theme, the person who chose was very careful. It means a lot to us if nurses have that power to change the world. And we have changed the world. We are not like those days of 1900. We are changing the world daily by sensitizing the community, by treating the patients, by improving healthcare in general. So we did that, and we are still continuing to do it. To thank you because our economical part of it has improved. We are able to take children to school in a better way. We thank you for that. However, that salary which we negotiated ends this year. We need our balance of 4% next financial year. That one should sound clearly to everyone that our balance was there for next year 4%. Next financial year, please consider us. Tell your parliament that nurses and medical personnel are applying for their balance. It is a day because we agreed in cabinet when we presented this. Secondly, we managed to reduce infant mortality rate by 0.9% in 2022 because of the increment of salary. You see how people worked. They had to reduce that mortality rate. People started producing, the population increase, and it went on. You see, that's why we are able to reach 45 million people. If we had left them to die, don't you think that we would not be there? So meaning that the increment of salary did a lot. So next year we want to increase our population. If the 4% comes high. We also remember your office, Your Excellency, supported the students up to a tune of 243 scholarships under State House. We managed to achieve that. However, there is also the challenge that there was a balance of students of 2022, 2023, and 2024, which were not catered for. And we were given that scholarship. The money has not come. The students are here. They are crying daily to me. They walk to me to my office that where is this money? So I am kindly requesting you that let your office clear this money, the backlog. For 2023, there are very few students. How many students are on scholarship? Stand up if you are here. Every corner. You bring your patient and they tell you that queue here, I am seeing this patient. Now we don't know you, you have dressed like that, we don't know that you are a police officer, and say you have been, that we have not been performing well. That person is in court now, if I talk, in Buede. Was it in Buede where we went? We went Buede. The policeman arrested the boy. He brought his patient. They said, queue. But they don't want to listen. Our procedures are different from army, police, anywhere, villagers. We have to look forward to our procedures. Don't interfere with our procedures. I'm telling the community now. Please, if you bring your patient and they say follow the line, you have to follow. The nurse cannot do much. Please kindly help us that. Also, the achievement we have done, we are able through your office, we acquired 2 titles for our land in Mulago, and we bought another land in Mukono. We are launching today a specialized university for nurses. The university is called Uganda Nurses and Midwives University. When I presented this to the president, he said that because these are the money which we are talking about, we were sending nurses to specialize in South Africa and Nairobi. Who is here? Who trained in South Africa? Cliff, you did the masters in South Africa under scholarship of the president. And it was too much money. It costed us more than 30 million. I went back, I said, no, this is very bad. We can't spend money outside. Let us have our specialized university here. So we gave us authority. We have bought the land. The land is 15 acres. According to the higher education, they said if you have little land, you cannot establish the university. So we have to buy a land in Mukono, which we are going to launch today. We are going to launch today that university, and we begin the due. Rwanda, I urge the government to expedite the amendment of the Nurses Bill. Nurses Bill, Nurses Act. Oh, Your Excellency, this act was for 1996. Now, how can the act work from a population of 20 people or 17 people? Now the same act is used in 45 people. It will not come. Please, we ask the Parliament, the Ministry, to expedite this act and change. The UPDF Act is now on the floor, which is for recent. But ours is for 1996. So, consider us to make that act. Finally, we look forward to continue working for this government together and promote health in this government and make sure that every Ugandan is served equally and no discrimination. I wish everybody a happy International Nurses Day for God and my country. Thank you very much for listening. Okay.
Team, our commissioners from our institutions, Health Service Commission, the registrar, and also education, the representative of the institutions of higher learning, our precious health workers. We want to congratulate you for this day, yet we are here to celebrate your special day, and want to congratulate you that you are able to come, and want to specifically congratulate you, especially those that were awarded, who are honored this morning, who got an award for excellence because of the work that you do. We treasure your contribution, and so I really associate myself with your work, and I treasure your work, and I do believe that you form a greater part of our health workforce that we cannot do without. And so we really appreciate the work, the contribution, the lives you bring in, those that you care, the resilience, the commitment, the love. I love your song that says we are called to love and serve. And so we cannot take this for granted, but we treasure what you are doing in the health sector. Your Excellency, earlier we had had a number of speeches, and there were a number of issues they had raised. And allow me, really my work was, because of time, I wanted just to invite you, because people are going very, very far. Just allow me to summarize a few things here. Earlier there was a concern about Soroti Hospital renovation, and we have already submitted our proposal to Minister of Finance because we feel that Soroti Hospital structure 2 years ago, and we have the structure right from Health Center 3. The human resource has been increased from 19 to 49, almost 50. Our Health Center 4, we have 158 staff. The general hospital, the human resource has been doubled. However, the challenge was that we could not recruit because of the wage. But the structure is there in place. We have introduced even specialists at the region, at the general hospitals. So if that structure is implemented, it will definitely give opportunity, people to be promoted and positions filled. So that was done long time ago. And I was surprised to hear that people didn't know about that. And the absorption of staff, it takes place when we have the wage. We can't recruit and promote people when we don't have to make a contribution to those bills, and we'll be calling upon you to have that contribution. So we are going to have revised bill that clarifies and gives us responsibilities as nurses, as doctors, and also to change the way we regulate, because our laws were not really, they are not elaborate, they are very old laws. The transport, we shall provide transport to carry the things, not to have to own, because I don't have that. But whenever I told you, the president, that whenever you have anything you want to transport, just let me know, I will come and carry. I can look for a truck and we carry whatever you want to carry. I may not have money to buy you the vehicles for now. You know they put a hold on vehicles. We are not buying cars now. But at least I'll be able to transport all your produce to where you want them delivered. I want to say something about our responsibilities. As nurses, we carry a lot of responsibilities. And I believe that you went into this profession after reflecting on your interest, after realizing your calling. I don't want to leave here before I say this. We want to go back to the basics of our ethics. Whatever we do, we want ladies and gentlemen in uniform seated here to know that we don't deal with spare parts, we deal with human beings. Every time we don't do the work in a manner that portrays our professional attributes, we let down the people we serve. I know that we still have some people who are angels amongst us here, who do their work diligently, who follow everything to the letter, who are committed, who are sacrificially serving our country. But also we know that amongst us, there are people who don't do that. They come late, they extort money from patients, they do certain things that are not really in tandem with our profession. And we want really to go back. I'm calling upon everyone here. The medical profession is not just nurses. Every health worker, the doctors, the allied health, we are calling upon you that we get back to the basics. Even when we have increased the salary, Your Excellency, in some areas we have not seen the commitment translating into the money that we give. In some instances we have seen, especially our senior people, the nurses, I think you are still upholding some values, and I want to thank you. And that's why I always treasure you. Contracts. So that when they don't work, we have option to give other people opportunity to serve. This is something that we have yearned for, we have cried out for, but we need to see this happen in our times. Because we don't see this commitment. We still see dual employment killing our service. These are things that even if we do what, even if we pump in more money, if we do not get back to the basics, to the ethics of our profession, people are working hours instead of 8 hours according to our standing orders. Some will come and work for only 1 hour and go away. And then at the end of the month, they earn their salary. So really we request that if we are going to change, we can do investment, we can increase the number of health workers, we can build hospitals, we can equip hospitals. If we do not deal with the issue of human resource, and the human resource, the performance management, so that really we are held responsible and we do what we expected to do. Your Excellency, malaria is still the biggest killer of our children and women. We are still seeing also that the immunization coverage is not yet to the level we want. We want our precious health workers that are the ones in those facilities. We want to increase health education so that people know how to prevent malaria at household. We want to improve on the linkage of the community health to the facility and reporting. We want to see that every household knows what to do through education. The vaccination, we want to have 100% coverage. We want to see sanitation in this area, especially the times of raining and the flooding. We get a lot of diseases related to hygiene increase. We want to see how we can train and teach our health workers to talk to those people, to communicate to our household members to make sure that we reduce the disease burden. Lastly, Your Excellency, I want to thank you very much. Thank you for coming. We know this season has been really tight, but thank you so much for making time to come and be with us. And thank you for identifying with us and identifying with the nurses. Last year we missed, but you came. We want really to thank you so much. And allow me now to take this opportunity to invite you to speak to the people. Thank you.
Secretary, Ministry of Health, and all senior officials from the Ministry of Health, including commissioners who are introduced, the resident district commissioner and all the security teams present here, the LC5 chairman and all the councillors and other political leaders present, the religious leaders, the president of the Uganda Nurses and Midwives Union, distinguished guests, all the medical fraternity present, ladies and gentlemen. Allow me first to congratulate you on this very special day when you are together with the whole country commemorating the International Nurses and Midwives Day. Congratulations. I thank you for inviting His Excellency the President to preside over the ceremony. And against that background, since he is not here, allow me to extend to you his sincere regards and request to allow him to participate in this ceremony by representation. I also bring you greetings from Mama, the First Lady, the Minister of Education and Sports. She sincerely sends her dear regards to all of you, the nurses. The President alluded to the fact that this Nurses' Day was supposed to have been on the 12th, but we tried to push it to 23rd so that we create room for His Excellency the President. But today is a very important day in the NRM fraternity. There are elections that are taking place in every district in Uganda, including the municipalities and the cities, where the NRM is electing their structures, which started from the grassroots in the village a couple of weeks ago. And Madam PS and my dear nurses and midwives, I'm glad to inform you that I have also been elected as the chairperson of the NRM Veterans League in Katapi district. And it is one of the reasons that kept me behind and kept me besides keeping our usual time. So thank you for your usual prayers. I know that I have always told you that I honor you, I respect you, I celebrate you because my mother was a midwife. She's now a retired midwife. The work that you do is more than a job. It is not like any other job. It is about handling the lives of the people. I would now like to use this opportunity to read the message of His Excellency the President to you. But you deserve countless recognitions on a daily basis. The contribution of nurses and midwives in the world cannot be overemphasized and is indeed a critical force in the healthcare delivery. Every day, nurses and midwives are on the front lines of administering and evaluating patient treatment, advocating for better facilities, and comprehensively moderating progress. Their life is at risk at the station of duty, yet they endeavor to alleviate suffering and save lives. Staying in constant communication with doctors and keeping this open dialogue to ensure the quality of care. In the same vein, as long as the world still exists, babies will continue to be born and midwives will continue playing a vital role in providing care to the pregnant mothers before, during, and after delivery. We commend them for their role and contribution to the multiplication of existence of human beings. Here in Uganda, the above contribution is witnessed by the overall health status of the population that has been steadily improving. There is significant decline in mortality rates according to the 2022 Uganda Demographic Health Survey. This is a highlight of the dedicated service that the entire medical fraternity has been offering in the country. It is a great contribution to the growth of our nation because we need to be in good health if we are to gainfully contribute to the economic growth of our country. We commend the Uganda Nurses and Midwives Council for the great progress showed over the years, working together and advising government on matters pertaining to nursing and midwifery professions. We also commend you for raising your banner in the region and on the international scene in regard to the standard of nursing and midwifery. Uganda nurses and midwives are desired in many countries and have offered excellent services over the globe. The country has been facing challenges including insecurity in some parts of the country, impeding smooth health service delivery, limited resources of the country, especially in hard-to-reach areas, disease outbreaks and pandemics, but nurses have been displaying dedication and a will to save lives. We saw you working tooth and nail, risking your lives to redeem the lives of your brothers and sisters during the tough period of COVID-19 wave. You are commended for working to the expectations of your profession. Finally, I wish to inform you that government continues to take deliberate steps to ensure that the health sector of Uganda makes bold leaps ahead of other regional systems in provision of good health service, provision of alternative medication and specialized treatments. I congratulate you once again and wish you happy celebrations.
Give us a song, La Teso, O Kobe Hamayomachu.